Trump's attack a brilliant kind of PR move, or are voters really going to be concerned that he didn't know the answer to some of these questions? Do they even care? Joining me right now, Gary B. Smith from the Cadena Group and Chris Hahn, a former aide to Senator Chuck Schumer. Gary, starting with you, what do you say? Does it matter that Donald Trump didn't know the answer to this guy's questions?
The only thing that mattered, Trish, was his answer was entertaining. That's the beauty. Everything he does, this guy is entertaining. It's funny. And, you ask, well, the average person care? The average person says, I don't even know who my senator is, so I can't expect Donald Trump to know who these guys are.
I just kind of like Donald Trump because he speaks my language and he's, talking for the people.
Right.
And he's a success himself. That said, is there any comparison moment to be drawn? I mean, you think back to Katie Couric and how she got Sarah Palin to talk about how she can see Russia from her house, et cetera. Sarah Palin was also entertaining and captivated a lot of the public, but of course petered out. And many cite her as being the reason why John McCain lost the race. Chris Hahn, as you look at all of this unfolding, are there any similarities, or would you say this guy is into a class of his own?
He's in a class to his own, but I want to thank him for acknowledging that President Obama is great at killing terrorists. Then all these people will be gone if he does indeed take office in 2 years.
Yeah, I think that was a slip. I think that was a slip. Look. I heard that too, saying that they'd all be gone because it's doubtful they will.
Well, it's true that the president is great at killing terrorists. He's been doing a great job of it during these 6 years he's been in office, and I think he'll continue to do that. But no, he's no Sarah Palin. He is in a class all to himself. He is popcorn and entertainment. Everybody loves watching him. Even people like me who don't agree with his policies love to watch him. I love to talk about him on my radio show. I wish he would call me a 2-bit radio host because my ratings would go through the roof.
You say he's all entertainment, and that's absolutely positively true. I think, all of us enjoy watching him. But it may be more than that. It may be more than that, Gary, because this is a guy, let's face it, who has built a heck of a business. He understands what it takes to get a deal done, and he's taken no prisoners. In other words, the sort of status quo of Washington, whatever that is, where you don't do anything, that's not going to work for an entrepreneur like Donald Trump.
Exactly, Trish. I think what resonates with people is that, one, he's willing to tell the truth. Two, he has a sense of humor. And I think the third thing is most people can appreciate, as you rise up in any corporation, in any business, it'd be like asking the CEO of Kellogg's if he knows exactly how Rice Krispies are made. I mean, it's ludicrous. People are thinking that's not the CEO's job. And I think most people are looking at Donald Trump, getting back to that, does he know all the names of the players? They must be thinking, doesn't he have people that are responsible for that are 10 times more knowledgeable? I think, hold on one second.
Gary.
I think that resonates with people that Donald Trump is a CEO and a manager.
This kind of might even sort of help him?
It absolutely does. And Gary, elves make Rice Krispies. Didn't you know that? But look, here's the problem for the GOP. Donald Trump doesn't know the facts. He doesn't care about the facts. And the voters are still picking him. And it speaks to the strength of the people who are running for president on the right. And that's something they should be very, very concerned about.
I'm sorry. Who should be concerned there? Chris?
Reince Priebus and the rest of the GOP, because Donald Trump doesn't care about the facts, and he's leading people who have been spending years trying to figure the facts out. So it's very interesting what's going on, the dynamic. It seems to me like it's a protest year. This is Barry Goldwater. Yeah. This is not Richard Nixon.
I think you're right. It is a protest year, but it reminds me of another candidate who got into the White House, Barack Obama. You think about the country back then. We were so fatigued with everything that had happened as a result of Iraq. They were fatigued with Bush. And what do you know? Barack Obama comes out of thin air, effectively, really no experience as a politician, and captivates the imagination of the American voter. And we seem to be seeing a similar type thing play out, albeit differently, with Donald Trump.
But out of thin air, yes, but a traditional candidate. He was a traditional candidate. He was not this protest candidate. He was protest against the war, maybe, but he was running a traditional Democratic Party campaign, and he was well versed on everything within the government.
Stick with me. Do not go anywhere. We have